You fought his mother and his sister. Yes, I fought his mother. But I fought his mother because his mother was throwing big shows at me, disrespecting him, and disrespecting me to the point where I felt like I had no choice but to fight her. Her daughter pulled up the next day at the other house and I beat the living daylights out of her. Don't touch me like that ever. You teach your daughter to put her on Chrisean and Blueface, two of the most toxic and vile couples on the internet. They are constantly beating on each other, fighting with each other's family members, and disparaging each other on social media. Their relationship is dangerous and should end. Reality TV dating programs were far more common in the past. Examples include the chaotic series Rock of Love and Flavor Flav. Today, dating shows include Bachelor and Bachelorette, which are quite different. However, in 2020, a reality show was created that led to one of the most toxic relationships on social media. We're going to talk about rapper Blueface and his girlfriend Chris Rock. In 2020, Blueface decided to host a reality show in his home, with a number of women vying for his affection. Chrisean was a fan favorite because of her enormous personality, and she eventually won Blueface's love and was signed to his record label. Despite Chrisean's success on his show and the Zeus network, she had to battle her way to the finish line. Applause. Damn, it seems like they already... In this video, I want to give you a brief overview of their relationship and introduce you to these two individuals because it is quite frightening. They are always fighting, and I really feel bad for Zeus Network for promoting this. At the start of their relationship, Blueface called out Chrisean for allegedly stealing his car back in February 2022. Chrisean was arrested for drug possession in Oklahoma. After this, and at this point, they got into a heated argument. He posted about it on social media, calling her names and saying that she was foolish for believing she could drive to Baltimore, not knowing if he was there or why she was attempting to get there. It was not good for either of them, and Blueface's whole team chose to turn against CA. Ultimately, she defended herself in an interview from prison without a jumper, saying that she had been tweaking before to her arrest, and that she needed this time to recover, which we adore, when his manager called her out on stealing money from his artist Chrisean. Rehab like, go ahead, take your time, and leave this toxic mess. Don't be sad, it's okay. I got snowed up in here, and I won't hold you. I was tweaking for real, but I'm going to be a buck, I said, using this time to really heal. I was recovering from a lot of I don't think you're very... I'll be telling you a lot of things, but I won't tell you everything so you know how it goes. But yes, I'm going to be out and I'm going to be better. I can't wait to release my song for you guys, and I just can't wait to be better, Rock. You know, I suppose they were fighting before she went on this drive and got arrested, and then she broke into his house and took the car and money. Blueface wouldn't have realized it was Chrisean, but she chose to write, "I love blue and blood" on his wall and sign it. If you think that writing on blood is bad, which it is, it gets worse in their relationship. I suppose that at one point Chrisean actually fought Blueface's mother, which I can't imagine going down. But in May 2022, a few days after Chrisean got a tattoo of Blueface's face on her neck, she got into trouble with his family. Blueface's mother said, "All I know is that my son will never bring that person Chrisean around my family ever again in life, and that's all that matters." Chrisean claimed that things had gotten to the point where his family had given her no choice but to turn violent, so he fought both his mother and his sister. "I fought his mother because she was insulting me and throwing things at me, including 2 glass jars and a bottle of Gatorade. When he said that, I was like, I'm do it because I gotta defend myself. This just called my mother crackhead. And then I'm already drunk, what's up? Beat the fireside out of her, so I did just that." Later in 2022, Chrisean actually got physical with Blueface. TMZ broke the news that Chrisean was arrested for misdemeanor charges of criminal trespass in disorderly conduct, but was released from custody. At the time, the outlet reported that the rapper's girlfriend punched him in the face at Whiskey Row Bar in Scottsdale, Arizona. Blueface claims that she was only arrested for trespassing and not assaulting him, and that seems to be accurate, but he probably, if she did get physical with him, he just didn't press charges, and that's really a red flag right there because they clearly did get physical with each other, and there are videos and pictures to prove it. So I don't know why Blueface is protecting her, but I do believe they both get physical with each other. Not even a month later, there was a physical altercation between Blueface and Chrisean's father. And it was, of course, being filmed for the show. It was outside the 4 seasons. I mean, seriously, there's no class here, and they both get physical with each other, which is just like really bad. And I can't imagine like coming back from this. Don't touch my like that ever. So you teach your daughter to put her hands on me. That scene is so scary. I can't imagine being involved with this because it must do something to your brain like PTSD or mess with your like emotions, your levels. After going through something like this, you can't feel all right. I would probably keep myself in my house for a time until I recovered. But naturally, this pair enjoys sharing everything and has no trouble expressing their true feelings to the public. Supposedly, Chan's father has been absent most of her life, and that's probably why Blueface didn't like him in the first place. She actually wrote on Twitter the same dad that got knocked out was the same guy that tied my mama up in the woods to beat her, because she would scream so loud in the house whenever he would beat her. Oh my gosh. I mean, what? So he went out of his way to damage my whole family. That same dad I met when I was 7. Somebody was supposed to knock him out a long time ago. So she actually sounds like she was grateful for what he did, and of course Blueface just topped it off by posting on his Instagram story that he was her new daddy now. A month after this, Chan went on Instagram Live to share that Blueface put his hands on her. She appeared to have a bruised face while she emotionally detailed what had happened. She said that he busted her lip, her nose. He continued saying that she was lying and they just went back and forth. And it's all because Blueface claims that he caught her texting another guy. Chrisean explained that things took a turn for the worse when she tried to get out of a car they were both riding in. He said, "He's going to pull me back in and hit me in my mouth because I wanted to jump out of the car." She added that he was too comfortable hitting her in the face. A day later, Khan walked back her domestic violence claim, claiming that Blueface tried to prevent her from hurting herself after she blamed it on a bad trip with the KS Amigos. She is continuously reciting the real events. And as I've already indicated, these two like sharing, so they disclose all the terrible tales and conduct a straightforward interview. After the stressful interview, Blueface really ordered security guards to remove his girlfriend outside. The incident started when Chrisean said that she felt like she was being gaslighted throughout their talk. Blueface said he was going to continue the interview 30 minutes in, but he kept urging Chrisean to stop holding him and eventually got up. Shortly after, security removed Chrisean from the interview, and she returned to complete the interview with Blueface. Blueface actually told No Jumper that he was the only one who had the patience to put up with her. This whole exchange is really awkward, so let's watch it together and talk. Hey man, this is the sexiest couple on the internet right now. Can I ask you a question? You want to get vile? It's the life we chose. You're saying you're bad, but I said that you're not trying to say that, and you're trying to get gas. Like, just let me speak for myself. I don't like it when people put me in a conversation. I think I'm finishing what you're planning for. I think I'm going finish, but you're not. What do you mean? Do it alone. Are you watching me? No, wait and hear what I have to say. No. Because you're acting strangely. Blueface is upset with Chrisean, and she doesn't feel like he's listening to her. Honestly, if I were to look at this from a distance, I would just say that these two people aren't compatible, and that there are a lot of people in the world who don't like you. You can still talk and evaluate the situation, but for the time being, I think it's best that she stays away from that Hennessy man who comes here. What do you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Blue? Or are you needing to wet your camera down, huh? Don't worry about what I will, okay? Wet your C, what are you doing? That is intense, and it's obvious that she's having mental health issues or possibly substance issues at the moment. Because the way she was kicking around reminded me of someone who was crying for help or just having a straight-up, temper tantrum. However, things must have improved after that interview, because in January 2023, they got married in a music video, and I've listened to the song, and it's definitely interesting. She's dressed like a bride, likely for the music video, and the rapping in here isn't like I don't love rap, but this one didn't appeal to me. Bluish face wops, sweet rock. I'm sorry for what I did to your pops, but he hit me first, so he had that coming. I'd be damned if I let someone else take my place. But he also kind of admits to hitting women like he WS, because if my daughter puts her hands on a man, I would tell her to stop because I won't hit no women first, but I'll hit a B word back without thinking damn. I feel like he will defend himself if she hits him, which she obviously has hands to throw. However, shortly after this music video, we find out that Khan is not only pregnant, but also going to be single soon. She announced that she was expecting his baby in January, but Blueface made it clear to the public that he wants a paternity test, claiming that she has dated 10 different men in the past year and he doesn't think he's the father. According to Chrisean, Blueface's reaction was only because they were fighting. Of course, when aren't they fighting? She went to Baltimore with her friends, which may be where she's from, and he didn't like that. His reaction was just like a petty fight move, but I really think it was the beginning of the end of their relationship. At this point, though, they've had a few of those scream like, "Oh my god, foo," because at first I wasn't getting pregnant. He was nothing at me and we were trying. Because at first I was getting pregnant, then I art like 03 times with him. And then it got to the point where he was like, "I want a family, I want a baby with you, have my baby BL." It's easy to assume that neither of their parents approve of their relationship. And Blueface's mother was obviously upset to hear that Chrisean could be expecting a child and accused her of lying. It doesn't help that Blueface denied being the father when the news was made public. So many people assumed she was making it up, even though she was uploading all these pregnancy tests. Chrisean clarified that they broke up before she realized she was pregnant, and that she didn't engage in any sexual activity with any other men. Naturally, Blueface's mother commented on her Instagram story about his son's girlfriend showing off her stomach during Blue's Instagram Live, claiming that Chrisean was purposely showing off her stomach, and that it was impossible that she was only 2 months pregnant. It's funny because Blueface's mother is essentially accusing Chrisean of doing this and saying, "If she's pregnant, tell her to pull up at the ultrasound clinic in Hollywood and I'll pay for it tomorrow." It turns out that they do follow through, as Blueface's mother shared a video of Chrisean lying back in the hospital bed with her legs up, accompanied by a gospel song. The gospel music is copyrighted, so we had to remove it, but the video is sort of adorable, so maybe they will all return, music with music combined. It's adorable that his mother is growing up to deal with Chrisean and try to keep the family together, but I don't think they're together or that their relationship will last. And I sincerely hope that a child isn't placed between them because their public physical contact is only a hint of what's likely going on in private. And nobody should have to live in that kind of environment. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll see you in a new video soon.